morning and happy Monday, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We don't trade on Monday. Oh. Actually, I did watch the charts yesterday a little bit, and PA was fucking ass. So, how is everybody and how was your weekend? Hopefully it was amazing. It was pretty sunny here, and as you can see, it's very sunny right now. So I am quite happy to be sitting in the sun. All right, so market has just been going up. Pretty easy. All you gotta do is buy. However, for the people that are stubborn, people are stubborn, kind of like me, are looking for shorts. I have learned I'm not really looking for shorts. Maybe we do hit a top. On BOOKMAP, I'm seeing 26,200. So, however, that's about 150 points away. So, I don't know. We'll just have to keep in mind, keep watching, and see, because I do really find that when we're at all-time highs and there's no levels above us, that BOOKMAP actually offers us a lot of insight. That's very valuable. So take a look here on ES. 69.30 seems to be the cap. So while NQ has orders at 26,200, ES doesn't have anything really above that 69.30. We've got 69.32, 69.40, but they don't look like they do on NQ. So let's take a look here. We'll mark that out on our ES chart, 69.30, type in BOOKMAP level. Okay, copy that from here to here. Now we've got our BOOKMAP levels. Can delete this. Stop our ad. And then what we should do is get into our journaling. So if everybody has their books, this is my book. We can take a moment here to journal our intentions for our trading session. So, yeah, let's do that. Take a moment, write the date so that as we look back and review our journal, that we can see the improvement by the date, because sometimes I've been going back and looking through my journal and there's no date. So I will save you guys a lesson that I learned. Please write the date on your journal. So pre-market journaling, October 28th. So what I like to do here is I identify my weak points, and then I write them out as I'm doing them in the present tense. So today I will risk 200 per trade. Today I will count after 2 losses. I don't know how much I like writing that one down. Makes me feel like I'm gonna have to take 2 losses and lock out. So I'm just gonna look back at my journal from Friday because I felt like it was very good. Okay. So today I will make my plan and stick to it. Today I am taking A plus A setups. today I am holding my trades to target. Okay. Today I am patient on the market movement, on the market's movement. Okay. So maybe what you've written is different than me. We all have our own struggles in the market, but after about 2 years of doing this, it's pretty easy for me to identify where I go wrong. So I execute with fear of losing. I take my profits for fear of losing those profits, and then if I don't execute and my trade goes to target, then I get FOMO. So those are the things that I know about myself, so I'm journaling them down, and I like to write them in present tense like I'm already doing them, and I find that this helps me a lot. So thank you for journaling with me. Now what we can do is take a moment here, well, about 2 minutes, and we can have a nice prayer to ourselves before market open. So I'll leave us 1 minute, and then I'll speak for the next minute. So enjoy. All right, so I like to start my prayers off by, first of all, thanking myself. So thank you, Samaya, for waking up and doing your routine. Thank you for getting in your exercise and for keeping a level and calm head as we navigate morning chaos. Thank you for sitting down at your computer and charting your levels. Thank you for journaling. And lastly, thank you this moment right now for our prayer. Thank you for everyone joining me. Thank you. And let's move forward together into this market open session and see how we do. So what happened while we were praying? Oh, ES is coming up. Didn't necessarily hit that 6:30. Let's turn on our volume now, actually, so that we can hear our book map. That's actually what I really love about Alex TWB and his channel, is that there's sounds. Because trading not only is a very a solo thing that you do, but it's also very quiet. So the fact that the market can have some noises, very helpful. So I wouldn't trust really any type of short right now. Not with what we're still seeing on ES up here. I'm not going to trust it. If ES had taken that and then we got this big candle, yeah, I would have maybe considered it. But also too, as you all know, I do not like to trade pre-market. So we'll wait on our market open session Now let's see if we can make a game plan. We've got about 11 minutes here. And let's make a game plan. So, these are my levels. I have a 15-minute intermediate term low. This really is the only level that's not protected. So, look. Oh, okay. No, sorry. We also have this one here. Okay. So this is kind of protected. We took out a low inside of fair value gap. This one here looks like a nice target. However, what I would likely prefer, depending if, let's say, we get a Judas swing at open, that maybe we come down to here and then we go like this. Back up. Especially if ES does not take that 630 level before market open. So if ES does take that 630 level before market open, then I might look for a short at market open, but likely what I'll look for is some type of Judas swing down, and then we'll go up. So we also have another one here. It formed while I was charting. But we do have an intermediate term low here on the 15-minute. So let's take a look at the 5-minute. So yeah, we've got that same on the 5. Is that equal? No, not equal. Close, but not. It's another thing we haven't been seeing a lot of lately is equal lows. But the thing about all-time highs is that it really does get choppy. So look at this 1 hour. Choppity. Not like we got a 1 hour fair value gap here. Ooh, we have not tapped into that. Oh, we haven't formed it yet. We got a 1 hour here. I'll mark that out. It's tiny. But just because it's tiny doesn't mean it doesn't matter. I've seen the tiniest 15-minute gaps reject. And to me, what's important generally is the last gap in the leg. That's what I've noticed really holds up price. Is that, let's say we got 1, 2, 3 gaps will go down, and then that last gap will reject. So, okay, so 1 hour there. We got to remember that. We also have a 4 hour that hasn't been touched down here. However, I don't know how I feel about that 4 hour. Because we also have this one, last gap in the leg, with a 1 hour low. So I kind of like that better, even though this is protected. It's a low that took out another low inside of fair value gap. But at some point when we do retrace, I really don't think that that protected low will really matter so much, because we'll come down with such force after been just going so high for so long. So one of my favorite things, or used to be one of my favorite things to target, is that new week opening gap. It's huge. So NQ tapped into it here. You can see just a little bit. But if we look at ES, that's old. If we look at ES, we can see that ES actually never, ever tapped into it. So that's a good confluence as we come down. It'll mean that ES does want to hit it a little bit more because it never tapped into it, and it's huge. But the thing is about this week is that since we have so much news, I am really just waiting for those levels to get hit instead of kind of trying to see where we're going to go. Because we've got earnings tonight, earnings tomorrow. Earnings, if you don't know, happen at about 4:20, 4:30. So after market close, but it can leave us a nice data wick that we can use. Oh, did you guys even get to see my ES chart? No, you didn't. So here's a huge gap. Here's how we never touched into it, but on NQ we did. So let's go back to our regular chart. Hide this. And yeah, so like now this looks pretty good to go up on ES, but I don't trade ES. It did. So we swept into a 3-minute, form a 1-minute. We still have a 1-minute here, so I wouldn't really know if this is gonna go up, but so yeah, pre-market plan. I would say something like this. So Judas swing, or even further, we could get something like this. What would make me go short? I don't know. It'd have to look really SMR-y. It'd have to really look like a smart money reversal, and we'd have to see those big sellers coming in on BOOKMAP, because right now there's no big sellers. We get minus 194, minus 134, plus 392, plus 672, plus 216. So yeah, it'd really have to be a good delta flip. And I would consider it just because of how much we've pumped. So, but if you're asking me for my plan, I am going to wait for some type of Judas swing, come down, sweep a low, either this low or this low, even though this one's kind of protected, and then go from there. Does anybody have any questions? We're about 4 minutes now from market open. And I do love answering questions. So we can also look at Forex Factory. We see today at 10, we do have orange folder news. I've heard orange folder gives momentum, whereas, why is it doing that? There we go. Orange folder gives momentum, whereas red folder is where you stay out. Orange folder is kind of what helps you push it to your target. Another thing I want to say just before we start is that a lot of people are saying, and I don't know if this is true or not, generally I like to fade what the crowd does, but people are saying that the rate cut's already priced in and all of the earnings are priced in. So I don't know. There's been a lot of institutional trading. Actually, sorry, a lot of institutions are staying out right now. Retail traders are about 16% of the market recently, which retail traders are generally less than 1%. And then also we've been seeing NVIDIA with a lot of insider selling. So it kind of gives me more of an idea for a short, but all those things together, however, I'm just going to react to price. So maybe we don't take a short today, but maybe we take it later. So anyway, just my thoughts I wanted to ramble about. See, look, that 1 minute on ES is holding. But we didn't really sweep anything. Yeah, we basically did this on ES too. We came into this 3 minute, left a really nice low. So this actually could be good for us at market open. Sweep this low.
Sweep NQ sellers. Absorption
Back to the top. Okay, now I'm seeing 60-70. So that's about here. We never even charted our London low. We don't need to. So this is our London low. Not to say we don't need to, sorry. But when everything's so bullish. persuasion has already been taken. So about 40 seconds here. Let's cycle through our time frame. So this is a 5-minute intermediate term low. It did not make it to the 5-minute on ES. So just on NQ. So it's not right in my eyes. All right, here we go. Okay, took that 70
Stop
level.
NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers.
But ES is going down, so.
Sweep NQ sellers.
Watching the delta.
NQ sellers.
Not impressive to the downside. ES is coming and sweeping that 3-minute. Made equal lows.
Absorption
Okay,
NQ buyers.
ES made equal lows.
Sweep NQ sellers.
Sellers, let's see. Nothing outstanding. Oh, gotta get my execution chart here. Okay, I'm set for 3 micros today.
Sweep NQ buyers. Absorption NQ sellers.
And how I determine my size is I really see what the range looks like. And if it's a crazy huge range, I really do not mind sizing down. Whoa, okay.
Sweep NQ sellers. Sweep NQ sellers.
It says sweep sellers, but I'm not seeing any sellers yet.
Iceberg NQ sell.
So market open was a lot of buys. That's what I can see right now from the delta. Plus
Iceberg
224,
NQ sell.
plus 306, minus 324, plus 426, and now another plus square. So kind of seeing a little more sellers on NQ. However, it's not enough to consider a short. And that 630 level on ES is still intact. So I'm happy being patient today. Now, last couple scores are neutral.
Absorption NQ buyers. Stop NQ sell.
ES is going down. Okay, NQ, we see that 100.
Stop NQ buy. Stop NQ buy.
So yeah, look, definitely a little V-shapey here on the 2-minute you could have taken at market open. Maybe Ryan took that. Yeah, 3-minute. But it was just an A setup. We didn't sweep anything. And if we're looking for a short, I'm going to look on maybe a little bit of a higher time frame just for all the confluences. Okay, so here's our first presented fair value gap. ES doesn't have one. ES is just barcoding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles all together. So FPFVG. Thank you, ICT, for that one. And we touch it, and the candle goes bling, bling, bling. So there's definitely buyers sitting there. And then, yeah, minus 292, plus 374. And then a couple neutral squares. Minus 106, minus 132. Not really too big. Not really anything I'm concerned about. And then NQ, still sitting pretty neutral.
Stop NQ sell.
Okay, this is not looking too bad. But we did leave our liquidity above on both. So I would prefer it actually here if we popped out of that FP, FVG, and then we inverse this to go back up. That would actually look much nicer.
Sweep NQ buyers.
Let's check our risk if we are going to take that. Doesn't look like it anymore. Ooh, okay, well, this is not looking like a bad short. So, guys, when this candle closes, if it's not invalid, I'm going to get in. I'm going to sell.
Stop ES sell.
I am going to sell. Oh, okay. Now it's invalid. Well, not yet. Oh, I don't want to get in. I don't want to FOMO.
Stop NQ sell. Sweep NQ sellers. Stop NQ sell.
Because now
Stop
ES is at
NQ buy.
VWAP. Oh, no, it's not. All right, we're going to get in on a quick sell here. Just when we get just a little, because we closed below that first presented fair value gap. But where is our target? Now I'm kind of bopping here. All right, let's just target a 1 to 2. So 048.
Sweep NQ sellers. Absorption NQ buyers.
Just give it a minute. Let this candle, if
NQ
this
buyers.
Candle closes above this, then I will exit. But the only reason why I took a short is because it closed below the first presented fair value gap. So I'm okay with the loss here.
Sweep NQ buyers.
Let's just wait. I'm going to put a, all right, 2 micros at the swing high. Is about my target. Oh, look at those buyers though. I just seen all those buyers. This would be our break even. $468 plus $468. So all those buyers there is kind of making me change my mind. Okay, I'm gonna exit this.
Order filled.
Sweep ES sellers. Absorption ES buyers.
Good call, Sam. because we had minus 394, minus 294, plus 468, and now we're plussing. So I'm just going to leave it. Plus, not to mention, we are just at VWAP, so and I did take the short because it inversed that first presented fair value gap all in one go. However, at all-time highs, it is still not that good of an option. If we were not at all-time highs, it would be much better, but that's all right. Didn't really get a sweep or anything either.
Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ buyers. Sweep NQ sellers. Stop NQ buy.
See you later.
Hmm.
Have a good day.
You too.
Sunny in here.
Ice for DSL.
Do you have the next smokes?
I locked them in my box.
The ones I bought?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
I'll see you with Bubby in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need me to pick up food for him?
No, thank you.
For dinner?
See, look, and that's the thing about all-time highs is that we could have like a really big, like a really nice reversal like this, but then price wants to go back up. So I'm okay with giving that short a try. If it was going to work, it was going to work. It did not work. So I cut my loss fairly early. So minus 61.48, and that was 2 micros. If we look It's all been invalidated. Look at that on the 3 minute. That is crazy. 2 minute. Look at that 2 minute. The 2 minute wasn't even really valid unless you count this as an invalidation point, but I prefer this as a break-even point. So, and we didn't sweep anything to even go up. So price is kind of being poopy right now. We got all this here. So yeah, let's just wait and see.
Stop NQ sell.
And if we had taken that trade on ES, ES is really going down, but there was no FP, there was no first presented fair value gap. So, yeah. We still could totally go short. Stop at the swing high generally works, but price might want to come back. So. If this does go short, it's okay, because we would have been basically stopped out here. Delta plus 504, minus 314, minus 354, minus 300, plus 138. And that's ES. And then NQ is really neutral. And then minus 204. So we can delete this now.
Sellers. Stop NQ sell.
Delete that now. Sellers, but they're not that big. ES is looking a little better for sellers. And now ES is below VWAP. So that's helpful too. We're still fairly new into market open too, so
Stop NQ sell.
we'll just wait. My original stop was at the swing high, so I had my stop up here. It was just 197, which actually would have
NQ sellers. Sweep NQ sellers.
worked
Stop
within
NQ
my
sell. Sweep NQ sellers. Stop NQ sell. Stop NQ buy.
worked within my plan. And also, oh, I forgot to say, but Tuesday generally puts in the low of week. So that was actually another confluence short, even though we are at all-time highs. So I can still get back to my original entry now, but I just am going to be patient.
Stop NQ buy. Sweep NQ sellers. Absorption NQ buyers.
We still haven't even come down to
Stop
this
NQ sell.
low here.
Sweep NQ buyers.
Okay, let's see. Maybe ES swept something. Oh, ES swept this really big wick. It's only really big on the 1 minute. And the 2 minute. Basically, that's all that we swept. And it wasn't really in a kill zone.
Stop NQ sell. Sweep NQ buyers.
Still Delta not telling me much. I mean, it looks more red. Just scrolling to find my VWAP. So had we held that short, we would just be back at break even now. I don't know if I have FOMO yet. So I'm really just gonna hold my hands here and wait for our next opportunity, because this is not an opportunity. And also, too, I kind of felt a little afraid, if you want me to be honest, because I didn't want to lose my 200 all in one go. And then I thought of what I had journaled, which is take 2 losses and lock out, and I wasn't sure if I was manifesting 2 losses for the day. So, that's okay. Watch this short be monumental. Still haven't hit any liquidity. This is where market opened. This is where we are now. This was my liquidity I wanted to see to go up. So
Sweep NQ sellers.
okay, now we're hitting it. Sweep NQ sellers. Okay, so we're seeing some red patches there. The red patches really serve to push price down, just like the green patches serve to bring price up and as support. So what would make us take a short again? We can look at this. Actually, it's all this. Can look at this. But I would more likely be looking for a long off here. A long back to the highs. So let's just see what happens. Getting close to 10. $10 will close.
Absorption and Q buyers.
We'll close this
Sweep and
candle.
Q sellers.
Form this 1 hour. 10 o'clock also closes the 4-hour candle, but I don't really think the 4-hour candle matters right now, to be honest. If we're sitting inside
Sweep and Q buyers.
a fair value
Stop and
gap,
Q buy.
then yeah.
Sweep and Q buyers.
Okay, that's not looking. This 3 minutes not looking too bad. But now I'm caught between long at all-time highs and Tuesday puts in the low of week, so. This 3 minute closes. Holy fucking shit. There. Iceberg. You see that?
Sweep and Q buyers.
You guys can see.
Sweep
No,
and
you
Q
can't
buyers.
see that.
Stop ES buy. Sweep ES buy.
I'm gonna move my book map
Absorption
over.
and Q
You see
buyers.
that?
Stop and Q buy.
Iceberg. Okay, so good job without a short position, Samara, but now this long is invalid. It's invalid. Okay. All right. Not only is it invalid, but it's negative RR. You could take this, but this is also invalid, so. Was there a 30-second? No, well, you could take this, but no, there was nothing. Ooh, okay. A short off a manipulation candle, maybe. What did this do? Ooh, okay, it swept a high inside of fair value gap. On the 2 minute. No, yeah, on the 2 minute. Okay. This is not looking bad, actually. This is looking better. Because while we didn't sweep anything here, we just closed over our first presented fair value gap. This actually looks a lot nicer. So we do have a 1 minute here. However, we are
Sweep and Q buyers.
at VWAP.
Absorption and Q sellers.
So if I was to go short, we would have to hold our stop at the swing high. There's no
Sweep
long
and Q
here.
buyers.
I don't have a long
Absorption
position
and Q
here.
sellers.
So yeah, 1 to 2 would do something like this. Okay, maybe this is long. This might give us better reward. But Samaya, why are you flip-flopping back and forth between long and short? Because I'm really not sure what the market's gonna do. I am just watching and then I'll make my decision. So we did nothing. We didn't close below that 1. We didn't even hit it. And the 30-second did not close below either. Let's see how many ticks this is. Ooh, that's a 1 micro play. And if we're looking at the other way, what's this range look like? Ooh, not bad. It's a couple micros. So yeah, those green squares were really fucking green. plus 756, plus 486, and just a couple of like hundreds, negative hundreds in between. So. Now let's check back our liquidity. 630 is gone. Okay, let's see. Now this 30 seconds closing over this is a good break-even point.
Stop NQ buy.
No. You know, because the market could hit our targets, but it doesn't always give us a chance to participate. And this participation here just doesn't look very good. I don't like shorting at VWAP. And if I do, I put my stop at the swing high. However, that stop is pretty big. So, let's see. If we close above this, let's see. All in one candle. It's got to be all in one candle. Okay. Looking better. Oh, no. Seller's coming in as we try to close above it. The seller is pushing, pushing, pushing. Okay, now back to that 1 minute time frame while we look at this. Oh, let's see. Now let's see the 30 second. And that's the thing really about the candles too, and why I am really believing that the market is run by an algorithm, because the time matters. People always say time and price, and I was like, oh yeah, time. But time's very important. So 10 a.m. reversal. Are we gonna reverse? Or is it just 10 a.m. Chop City? Yeah, that 30 seconds still really holding. So two conditions right now. We got this 30 second. We also have this 1 minute. This is also a 30 second, but it's like it's stacked. So that 1 minute looks better. 2 minutes stacked. I should actually go through my, I'm going to write this down. Whoa, that 30 second is strong. Okay, so I'm going to go through my data and see if I take shorts more on Tuesday. That big candle wouldn't even have hit
NQ sell.
our stop at the swing high. Just writing in my journal. Thank you, beautiful journal, for always letting me write in you. So I don't know if any of you can see ES. Chop City. Oh, you can't see it. Chop City. All right. All right, so if we close above this 30 second after doing this, I do believe we are going to those highs. Oh no, I can't see. Fuck, the sun's in my eyes. No, it's not. It didn't close above. It did not close above. It's like so close. But so close means that those sellers are sitting there. And ES is also at VWAP. Still no real delta confluence for shorts. So now we did close above, but meh. I could get in, I could FOMO in. We've got this 30-second here to hold us. Okay.
Order filled.
Not really too FOMO-y, but let's get in. And if I take this as a loss, I'm just gonna exit. I'm gonna exit trading for the day. So it's not really the biggest target. No. That's not going good for me. Oh, I'm gonna have to log out for the day. Okay. Close position.
Order filled.
Okay, down 128. Oh man, I really manifested this when I wrote that in my journal. And then my husband came home and really messed up my thinking. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna lock out because I have bad habits. So lock out. Here, I'll do it on this screen so you guys can all see me. All right, so we'll look at my journal. Okay, 2 losses, 2 trades. Minus 128, very manageable losses. So now you guys can watch me. Yes, lock me out. Perfect, locked out. And we're gonna go over this journal. All right, pre-market journaling. Crazy. Today I will risk $200 per trade. I did, but I cut my trade. Would it have been break even? Yeah. So that short would have been break even because this was my break even spot. It hit break even. I would have went break even. Okay. So my first trade I did risk $200. My second one I FOMO'd in. So today I will lock out after 2 losses. That's a tough one. I'm never writing that in my journal again. Oh God. Today I will make my plan and stick to it. Yeah, basically we did. We generally will take a short, or we will, if the first presented fair value gap is in first, that's a strong level. Today I am taking A plus A setups. So the first short was an A setup. There was no sweep of liquidity. However, we did inverse that first presented fair value gap. The second one, we did sweep our liquidity down here. That was this morning. We formed this huge candle. And then I was looking to go long here. So yeah, I think really what I did on this trade here is not only did I get FOMO, but I also traded the IFEG and not really the liquidity. Today I'm holding my trades to target. We did not even get close to target. Today I am patient on the market's movement. Kind of. Yeah, I was pretty patient. That last trade, I really, I didn't want to miss it. Okay, let's journal a little bit. So, let's talk about that. First thing I'm going to write, so post market journal, October 28th. So, first thought, first feeling. Okay, so Tuesday generally puts in the low of week. I have seen that. Today, as we have been making all-time highs for hours and days, I was not super confident in my short. As I saw retracement, as I saw big green delta, I exited for a loss when trade would have been BE. Okay, so that was my first loss. So minus 66 from fear. Okay. Second trade. I felt the tension in my solar plexus as I saw the 30-second close above. I did not want to miss that trade. My FOMO, what is it? What was the loss? Oh, 66. Really? They were both $60? That's crazy. 66. 60 and 66. Okay. So my FOMO, what I should write there is I executed on FOMO, and that I executed on FOMO, and that tension kept growing. Okay. So the first one was actually 60. So, and this was minus 66 from fear OMO. Okay. So as we trade and as we journal, we are coming to notice that a lot of our trading can be fear-based. And this was a big saying during the pandemic, but I really did like it, is that false evidence appearing real. Fear. And it was all false evidence appearing real because I was afraid I'd miss out. And the evidence was false because I executed on a gap that, you know, we kind of chopped through. If we look back at the A plus setups, we do see it says momentum, no chop. So when that one big green candle didn't close above and the red candle closed above and we executed, then we really don't want to miss out. We don't want to miss out on that trade. But what did we end up missing out on? Well, we don't know yet because we've locked out, so. So I think for me too, the fear really is as I progress on my eval, the losses make me feel like I'm going backwards. But I don't really know if that's true, because had I taken that loss that day, that last Tuesday, 1 week ago, had I taken my $300 loss and locked out for the day because I noticed I was emotional, then that would have been really easy peasy to come back from, because if we look at the rest of our week, we were up every day. And the confidence of blowing our account, the effect of the confidence, the effect of blowing our account on our confidence actually made me size down. So I hit 2 300 tick wins. Both days, Wednesday, Thursday. But because I was only using one micro, then it kind of just skewed my profitability, which is the amazing importance of risking $200 per trade. So we're going to keep that. So risk, consistency is very important. Okay, I'm going to put a smiley face beside that. I like to put smiley faces behind the really tough things that I write for myself. I also, so now that we're locked out, I don't know if you guys are still trading. I don't know if you guys are looking for a trade in this chop. What I would say here is that we're really trading within a channel. So where's our channels? All right, so we've got this channel. We got, it's not very good. Yeah, okay, so something like this. We're trading within a channel. Ideally, what we need to see is like we're just going up, down, up, down, up, down. We'd need to see something like this. Or something like this. So sweep all the liquidity from the channel, tap into that last gap here in the leg, even though it's just a 30-second. Tap into that last gap in the 1 minute, and then go up. And that would be my only advice if you guys are still trading. But otherwise, I had a very interesting thought the other day, in the evening, usually what I like to do after work and after my son goes to bed is I will use the Higher Self app. I know I told you guys about this, but I've actually been so crazy on using it. I'll do maybe 2-3 meditations a day because it just makes me feel better. So allow me one moment. Oh, I'm caught up watching Ryan. No. Okay, let me close the app so you guys can see it log in. Woo! Okay, so the Higher Self app. So that's normally what I like to do is I like to pick a meditation, do my meditation. Anyway, as I was meditating, all that I saw in my brain was risk. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper.
Sweep and few sellers.
Risk. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, risk. And I really had the idea that basically what I was just talking about earlier was how I took a $300 loss. That loss felt huge, so I blew my account. And then the next day, I took 2 300-tick wins. So had my sizing been consistent, not even my sizing, had my risk been consistent, so that $200 risk per trade, then I wouldn't be here right now. I actually would have passed my account, likely, last week. So it's all these little things in trading. So not only is it being aware of our emotions, but it's being aware of what consistency actually means. So if we look back to my pieces of paper that I've been writing on, I've had some pieces of paper at my desk. I talk a lot about consistency, is that we must find consistency. We must find consistency. And after searching for consistency for so long, I realized that it's not about the search for consistency. It's about being consistent. We actually have to be consistent if we want consistent results. So for me, as a woman and as a creative thinker, creative person, I've been creative my whole life, I like that leeway. I like that creativity to move me forward. And when it comes to consistency, I find it boring. So that was a really big wake-up call. And I think I wrote that piece of paper maybe last March, right before I found Ryan's thing. Well, I was trading the orb back then, but yeah. So if we look at it, if we look at our consistency, so where would we have entered here? This was our stop at the swing high. And then we were going for a 1 to 2. And I got pretty scared of holding that because it looked huge. So a 1 to 2 would have been down here. So yeah, about 2. That's literally what my, yeah. It was 197. And then I questioned. So just take a look at what ES is doing. Whoa. ES has done nothing. And that's the thing, is that the market, I wouldn't say is unpredictable, because it is in a sense. Definitely it's very unpredictable, but there are reasons and there are rhymes behind the way the market moves. So what we can do is, even though the market is inconsistent and unpredictable, we can be predictable. So my loss is very manageable today. Very grateful that in my state that I did lock out, so no more trades. And what we will do is come back again tomorrow. So I think tomorrow what I will do is trade FOMC. I'm not going to trade in the morning. Actually, I'm going to meditate on it. I'm going to meditate on what I should do. Do I trade market open or do I trade FOMC? Because I very rarely miss market open. So I will look back on last time's FOMC and see what market open looked like. Because I'm pretty sure it was shit. Yeah. So I'm going to meditate on that. And then we will come back tomorrow. I'll let you guys know on my channel. I'll make a little post if I'm going to do market open or FOMC. And I basically should decide very soon. Yeah, like I said, I'll do my little meditation and decide. So did that long still work? Well, if we held our stop here, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Our performance kind of sucked today. So and another thing I like to do is that when I have a bad performance day, mainly my losses, is I will watch back my stream and I will watch back my performance. My favorite thing to do is be like, oh, Samaya, why? And I really like it. I really enjoy it. It's actually helped me move forward faster than anything else. So that is what I will do. And lastly, the other thing I wanted to do was to get a Apex eval so that I could take my A+ setups on my top steps and then just slap other setups, because we need the practice executing. And if we look at what professional traders do, well, basically I'm basing all my stuff off Ryan. He's got his live account, which he takes really great setups on, and then he has his top steps, which he just slaps. So we will do something very similar. Now this, if you want to ask me, really looks like a short. We are holding, 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 sliding, sliding, sliding. And generally, as we slowly chop down, we will just have a one big candle. But in between that chop and a potential target is VWAP. So
Sweep and Q buyers. Stop and Q buy. Sweep and Q buyers.
all right, my friends. Well, this is it for me, and I'm going to log out. Thank you for sticking to your rules with me. Hopefully you were as successful as I was today. And hopefully the journaling helps. I know it helps me, but hopefully it helps you guys too, because this journey, if you're not careful, will break you. So don't be reckless. Let's all be self-aware. And thank you very much. See you all tomorrow. Bye.